We all seek different in our own ways because different reflects who you are, who you want to be. And nowhere lets you be who you are and find what you seek like the Northern Territory, where your sightseeing schedule has been carved out over millions of years and souvenirs are handmade just for you. Nothing comes close to getting this close. Getting your heart racing in the real heart of Australia. Or five-star dining under 1 billion stars. You see, the Northern Territory isn't trying to be different, it just is. So if you seek different, this is the holiday for you. The Northern Territory, different in every sense.
Wow, and welcome to the Northern Territory, a landscape that is so rugged and so rich, and a culture that is so inquisitive and curious, one that we all want to go and see, and yet can be harder to get to than the East Coast for sure. But there are some incredible things to see and do in the Northern Territory, and gee, it's absolutely worth the trip. Welcome. I hope you are all well. And before we get started today, I do want to say a big hello to those affected in the Queensland floods and northern New South Wales. Our hearts really do go out to you today and for the last few days, and of course for the cleanup ahead. But it's wonderful to see all the mud armies out there, certainly in Queensland, and I know it will be the same in northern New South Wales when those waters recede. So thinking of you all certainly at this time. Well, we're here today to talk about the Northern Territory and what an absolutely spectacular place it is. Certainly this session and everything that we will feature over the coming month is in conjunction with Tourism Northern Territory. It is such an exceptional place, and often we think, well, how are we going to get there and what are we going to do? Well, Inspiring Vacations certainly has that covered for you, as I'm sure you would expect. Certainly today, if you do have any questions about the Northern Territory, perhaps you're wondering what there is to see and do out there in the Red Centre, or even way up in the wetlands of Kakadu, those questions, send them through on the comments below now. I will answer as many as I can, and if I can't answer them immediately, we will definitely come back to you and our product team, who are the absolute experts in the destination, will have answers for you, that's for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my comments on so I can see who's asking all of those questions. Please pop in and say hello. Let me know where you are watching from today. The Northern Territory is, as I mentioned, such an incredible place, and getting there can be a part of the journey, a part of the adventure. I'm so thrilled to say that Inspiring Vacations has secured allotment in 2023 for the Garn. That is the famous Garn that travels all the way from Adelaide through to Darwin, right through the centre of Australia. Did you know that the Garn has been running for 92 years now? And they certainly have an incredible service to offer. In 2022, it was completely booked out, and we know that 2023 will be the same. So if you are looking at taking this adventure, let us know, place a comment below, or certainly pop onto our website and have a look at our itineraries that feature the Garn. You're going to want to pop on and secure your space today. With the Garn, we have secured some gold class twin cabins. What is that all about? Well, in gold class, you have your own private cabin and ensuite. Twin bedding. It is exceptionally comfortable and very luxurious. They come in every day and, of course, roll down the covers for you and set the room for the evening. Dining is included throughout the Garn, and you get to dine in the Queen Adelaide carriage. It is a special carriage, very romantic looking and old world in its design, and I just love that. It really adds to the romance of train travel. It's just beautiful. Of course, included are all the meals while you're on the Ghan and drinks, very beautiful Australian wines and beer, and of course other drinks like soft drinks, etc., for those who would prefer that. So we do have allotment in those gold class cabins. Don't miss out on those. But to enhance your journey even further into the Northern Territory, we have put together some incredible itineraries. I'm going to tell you all about those. Before I go any further, I really want to have a look at these comments because they're coming through thick and fast. And hello, Emily. Lovely to see you again. Hello, Vanessa and Laura. Love to do the Ghan and visit the Northern Territory, and you should. I was lucky enough, Laura, to head to the Northern Territory this year in June, I think it was. No, it was September that I went up to Uluru, and I have to say it was a trip of a lifetime. It was the most incredible holiday that I have had the pleasure of taking, certainly in the last few years, that's for sure. It was spectacular to see Rock or Uluru, however you'd like to refer to it, of course, and to see it as we were arriving. And it's just magnificent, absolutely huge. I really can't get enough language around this to describe to you how incredible it was. And we spent a lot of time out there, and of course at Kata Tjuta, or the Olgas as well, had a sunrise breakfast. It was absolutely spectacular. Hello, Vanessa. Cannot wait to travel on the Aussie Icon one day. Absolutely. Well, Vanessa, maybe 2023 is your year. Speaking of traveling in 2023 on the Ghan, keep in mind that we do run the winter season on the Ghan. So, your Mays through to September's, there are some dates outside of that on those shoulder seasons, but they are the main months that you can travel through on the Ghan, and what an exceptional experience it is. I did say that we were going to talk about the itineraries that we've put together to enhance your Northern Territory experience. They are all located on our website, and I'm going to go ahead and pop them in the comments here in just one moment for you, because I want you to be able to have a really, really good look at them. But can you imagine being able to travel on the Ghan up to the Red Centre from the lush Barossa region in South Australia through to the very vast and very vibrant Red Centre, and to spend 3 or 4 days exploring that region before, of course, going on to the north, on to Darwin and Kakadu, which is an incredible city in itself. We had the pleasure of having one of the tour directors on a live broadcast like this previously, just late last year, actually. And he was incredible at showing us around Darwin, such a beautiful, diverse city. And I love that you can see the old and the new, and it's right on the waterfront. They have incredible restaurants, but also incredible history. And of course, it is the gateway to be able to explore that top region of Australia, which is just incredible and so rich in its history, as I mentioned, not just Australian history, but of course, history throughout the years with visitors from other countries as well. We also do a wonderful itinerary that takes you over from Darwin to the Kimberley, so outside of the Northern Territory. But if you want to extend your holiday and go ahead and do a whole heap of bucket list moments, that one is there for you as well, over into Kununurra and the Bungle Bungle region, which would just be mind-blowing. In addition to that, we have another itinerary that has just been curated for you that will take you over to Cape York. So, of course, in the complete opposite direction of the Kimberleys, but over to Cape York in Queensland, the most northern point of Australia, up into Frangipani Beach, which would be an exceptional experience as well. So imagine being able to do that all on one itinerary. Our itineraries that include the Ghan range anywhere from 7 days and up, and we really feel that we have something that would suit you. The Ghan and the Northern Territory are such special experiences and such an incredible place to visit that we are hosting events around Australia. Our next two events will be happening in Melbourne on the 3rd of March at our head office. You get to come here and say hi, meet the experts from the GAN, and of course from our day tours in the Northern Territory region, which is amazing. You can definitely grab all that insight and information from there live in person, as well as getting to meet our team behind the scenes, which I think is a really great opportunity to meet some of these people that you might talk to on a regular basis and that you love making your bookings with, I'm sure. We are also hosting another event in Sydney. We're excited to get back to Sydney. It's been quite a while. So if you're in Sydney and you are available on Thursday, the 10th of March, please RSVP to our event. We will be there again showcasing the GAN and Northern Territory with all the experts, almost like a mini roadshow coming directly to you. On the 10th of March, we will also have a live stream of that event. So if you can't make it to Melbourne or to Sydney, please register for our live stream online event. And of course, Queensland, we hope that we can come and visit with you soon and be able to bring the GAN and Northern Territory experts. We do have a couple more questions here, guys. Thank you so much. Keep them coming. I will answer as many as I can here today. The first one was, are there any optional tours and how can I find out more about them? Vanessa, amazing question. Thank you so much for asking. Of course, we do have optional excursions on a huge range of our itineraries. We include a lot in our itineraries as a base, but we do understand that not everybody wants to do all the different itineraries and excursions, I should say, and they could be quite specific, like perhaps a camel ride in Uluru or down the Todd River in Alice Springs, or perhaps it is to do the crocodile jumping cruise in Kakadu. That might not be for everybody, and we do recognise that. So we certainly do have optional excursions you can add to enhance your holiday even further. All of our optional excursions are listed on all of our itineraries. So again, in just a moment, I'm going to pop a link to our Northern Territory itineraries in the comments here for you so that you can see them. And you can go ahead, select the itineraries that you would like. As you're going through the itineraries, expand the day and it will show you exactly what's included that day, exactly what we are doing. And if there is an optional excursion, it will tell you there and then, and it will tell you how much that is. So we have everything there on our website for you. Of course, as always, if you're not sure you'd prefer to speak to one of our staff, call us. We are open. Our number is 1300 886688. And of course, on our chat on our website, we are real people. So open the chat and feel free to have a conversation with us there. And we can definitely answer your questions online if you would prefer it that way. Doug has asked, what if I can't come to either of those events in person? Doug, completely understand. We do hope to get closer to wherever you are throughout this year. We are planning some road shows around Australia, which is really exciting. But if you can't make the GAN Northern Territory events in the coming weeks, we will be online on the 10th of March. And again, please go ahead and register in the link that we are going to be popping into the comments here now. That will live stream through to you and you will be able to get all that expert advice as it happens in Sydney. So that's really, really good news. Vanessa, thank you for answering my questions. Are these optional excursions best booked before departure? Certainly our customer service team can advise you on that, Vanessa. I often believe that the optional excursions are limited in numbers and they can get booked out. So if we can pre-book them and you would like to do so, we will absolutely be more than delighted to assist you. You don't want to miss out, that's for sure. Were there any other questions before we look to wrap up our session here today on the Northern Territory and the GAN? Pop them in the comments and we'll see if we can answer those for you today. I just want to check that I've covered everything that I wanted to speak to you about. I have. This is really exciting. Caitlin would love to visit the Northern Territory. And what group size can I expect on your tours? Absolutely, Caitlin. Our group sizes can vary depending on location. It is always my recommendation that you have a look at the itinerary that you're interested in on our website. And if you scroll down to important information, we will always have for you the tour group size in there so you know right away what to expect. Certainly, just as a little bit of a heads up, a lot of the group tours in the locations in the Northern Territory can be up to 40 people, but we do sometimes have small group options, so it's always best to triple check. Can we extend our trip at either end by a few days? Absolutely. We would love to be able to assist you with that extension there, Emily. We do have on our itineraries, of course, again, all the information about pre and post tour options for accommodation, and we'd be more than happy to assist you. Guys, it's been super to be back online with you here today. I know it's been a while. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are thrilled to be able to showcase the Northern Territory in conjunction with our partnership with Tourism Northern Territory. And we are delighted to be able to bring you some exceptional itineraries. Whether you want to travel on the Garn or whether you'd like to fly in and do your own touring on land while you're there, we can assist you. Don't forget to hop on our website, inspiringvacations.com, or call us. We are open 1300 8866 88. Thank you all so much for your time. I hope to meet you in person at one of our events soon. Have a wonderful afternoon. Bye for now.